here with you. It is the Lowdown. It's all brought to you by Pickdawgz.com. Appreciate you guys checking this out. Please click the like and subscribe button. That'll help us out. And if you click the notification button, it'll let you know every time one of these gets posted. The inner circle, we've talked about a concrete inner circle. If you text the words inner circle to the number that you see there, you can find out more about the concrete inner circle. It's a rated system that we do on Telegram. So like, for example, yesterday I went 3-2 in my top 5, but overall kissed my sister on the day, unless you got my hockey play, and then that would have put me in a better winning situation, I think, as I went. I think I was just 500 in college football, but as I said, in the top 5 I went 3-2. Not that I had 2 plays Saturday morning that both lost, LSU and Akron, and both were pissers, man. But on the rated system, my 2 favorite plays on the day were the Ole Miss over and what else did I have there? I had the Ole Miss over. I had Alabama as my other top play, Notre Dame. But yeah, I ended up winning like 10 units yesterday on the rated system where I broke even on the premium side. So I guess you guys can kind of get the gist of it and how things go. But yeah, so like, again, not a bad day by any stretch, but not what I wanted. And today, just full disclosure, I had to go in I had a tooth come off again. And I must have the muckiest mouth of anyone. And full disclosure, what happened was when I was like 20 some years old, I went and saw this hack dentist that just drilled up my mouth telling me I had all these small cavities. And it was almost like they were running experiments on me. They quartered my mouth, and this woman just destroyed my teeth. And over time, it's just like slowly falling apart. This one breaks. Now it's a root canal. Now it's this. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I went in. They said they were able to save my tooth with the one that came off. I thought they were just going to glue it back in. And a day later, I wake up and I'm in the most pain I think I've been in a long time. I hate tooth pain. I think it's the thing that affects me the most. It just drives me insane. So I've just been in a ton of pain this whole weekend. And luckily for me, like, I don't like pain pills. So I still had some Oxy left over from my throat surgery. Yeah, it's been that kind of a couple of months for me. And now I'm out of that, and my jaw, I'm just in like a ton of pain, and it's not pleasant to eat. On top of that, as I contacted my dentist, he was like, hey, why don't we throw in some Advil here every 4 to 6 hours? Like, Chief, I've been doing that since I left your office. But yeah, so I just got to make it through today, and I think I go back and probably see them tomorrow unless my swelling goes down. But then I'm on this medication because of it, and antibiotics, and I just ended up throwing up. Like, my stomach's so upset. And then I'm walking, and I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't right. I'm sweating, mouth's getting, I'm starting to salivate. Oh, no, I'm getting ready to throw up. And then just yacked up everything. I mean, at least I feel a little bit better afterwards. I'm one of those guys, when I get sick, when I throw up, I've actually pulled or torn my stomach muscles because it's so violent and sounds awful. It just sounds, you'd think I'm dying back there. It sounds like a goose being raped or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a rough stretch. So this one will be a little bit shorter. It'll be shorter just because we only have 2 games to talk about. The 2 Monday Night Football games. I do want to go over what I was looking at on Sunday and some of the things that I thought. And then on top of it, I'm going to go through my algorithm for Monday Night Football and just kind of tell you where it sits for some of the player props. And you guys can do with that what you want. I like it. I trust it. So more times than not, I'm going to go with it if there's a big advantage. So what I like to do is I look at the results of the algorithm. I go look at what the prop bets are and see the disparity between them. And then I also look at what I think is going to happen in the game flow. Like if I like a really high scoring game and the algorithm likes a certain player from that game to go over his number, then yeah, I'm probably going to be all over it because it correlates with what I like. But yeah, we'll go through that. I got it set up here to kind of talk about it. We only have those 2 football games to kind of get into. There might be a baseball game. It all depends on what happens Sunday night with the Blue Jays and Mariners. I was on the under there. Savage versus Gilbert. That's what I thought it was going to be. I kind of like Gilbert to go over 14.5 strikeouts. I'd kind of lean Seattle, but my favorite play is the under there. In the NFL, my best bet from this past week was the over in the Atlanta-San Francisco game. I thought it was going to be the highest scoring game of the day, so we'll see how it plays out. Just really, really like that spot for a lot of points. And we'll see what happens. But the other plays that I liked, I was on the Jets. I was on, I like the Browns under. I had, what else did we have? I mean, it's a ton for, I had more last week than I had this week. Oh, at Denver, I like the Chiefs. I talked about the Vikings. I'm going to be all over them. I love Justin Jefferson on Sunday for an anytime touchdown. Also for, over his yardage prop. I thought he was with the, it's a couple things there. With the banged up secondary of the Eagles, and I still think something's off with them, even with J.J. McCarthy more than likely starting. I still like Justin Jefferson here. Don't forget the Eagles are the team that passed on Jefferson and went Jalen Reagor. Whew, talk about an all-time backfire there. You missed out on the best receiver in football to get a guy that, is he still in the league? Who knows? But that being said, I thought the Saints looked interesting. The more and more I looked at them, it wasn't something I was jumping all over, and I didn't make it a premium play. The Colts over, and then, I talked about the Browns under. If you get 35-mile-an-hour winds and it's going to be raining, yeah, I'll take my chances because I don't think there's going to be too many big plays in that game unless it happens on the ground. And with that type of wind, everybody's gearing up and stuff in the box. So we shall see what happens. My anytime touchdowns for Sunday were Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Javonte Williams, Quentin Johnston from the Chargers, and I liked Travis Kelce. I did like Brian Thomas Jr. and Kyron Williams in the early game. I didn't check the end of that as we're recording this, getting ready for some of these other games to start. But that being said, let's get to the two games tomorrow, or today, I guess I should say. And we started off with the highest, I think it's the highest total of the weekend, the Bucs at the Lions. Lions are favored by 6. I'm seeing 52.5 out there. You might see some other numbers, 53, 50. We'll have to see where it's going. But right around this number here, what do we know about the Bucs? So with the Bucs, we have a situation where they're all banged up. It looks like Igbuka's going to play, so that's a good sign. No Chris Godwin, no Bucky Irving, banged up on the defensive side. And when you look at the Lions, no Brian Branch as he's suspended. And again, I keep talking about this Lions team and what they've done at home. I mean, they've just handled teams at home. And I'm going to tell you that I like the Lions here. I do think the over is interesting. The more and more I look at it, one of them is going to be a premium play for me, either the over or the Lions. But I just think the Lions have been great at home, and I understand what the Bucs have done, that they've been in the game with everyone. They've found ways to win. Baker Mayfield's been otherworldly. He's probably been the most valuable player so far this year, even though, Mahomes, Allen, somebody else in that grouping. I think Mayfield is, I think Baker's third on the list, but it might change a little bit depending on which outlet you're looking at. But yeah, so again, what do we know about the Bucs is that they're good at stopping the run. So it leads you to believe that we're going to have to look at the passing game, and I do think they can be had in the passing game. Lions have been tremendous at home, and here's what we're looking at as far as prop plays, or at least what we're seeing. Jared Goff, 293 yards. Baker Mayfield, 255. Not seeing much here as far as, let me see their interception rates. Baker Mayfield, 0.69, Jared Goff, 0.48, meaning, half the time you're going to see it. Nothing great there. Like Mac Jones has a 0.95 interception, which means he's very likely to throw one in his game on Sunday night. So I'm just trying to give you guys an idea as I'm looking at the quarterbacks here. And for whatever reason, my algorithm wouldn't let me just bring up Monday Night Football. I brought up Sunday Night Football with it too, so I got to scroll a little bit more. Let's take a look at Let's take a look at the running backs and see where we are with rushing yards as far as these teams. Bijan Robinson at 81. That's for Sunday night. Jesus, what am I doing? Amon-Ra St. Brown receiving was at 9.8 targets, 7.6 receptions, 95 yards. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 6.9 receptions, 95 yards. He's turning into a true number one. We got Gibbs receiving yards at 35, his rushing yards at 62. There's some interesting ones here. Like Mike Evans should be back, 4.5 receptions for 60 yards. Have to see that hamstring hold up. He did practice in full. Nico Collins, 81 yards at 6 receptions. George Kittle, that's Sunday night. I'm interested to see what he looks like when he comes back. Jameson Williams, 3.6 receptions, 53 yards. And you guys might be looking at the numbers going, how the hell do you get 3.6 receptions? Yeah, it's, excuse me, it's an average. So, of what they should get in those spots. And yeah, I got my wrong glasses on today. I grabbed the wrong one, so I'll be doing the flipping thing. But other than that, there's not a ton here as far as rushing. Let's look at the rushing yards and what we're seeing. Jahmyr Gibbs, 62. Rashad White, 61. Kenneth Walker, 59. Chubb at 50. Montgomery, 50. Charbonnet, 48. Woody Marks, 41. Here, let me go to receivers then. It's the easiest way to do this. It's just and sorry guys, we talked about Amon-Ra St. Brown, 95. Jackson Smith and Jigba, same thing. Nico Collins, 81. Mike Evans, 60. Sam Laporta, 58. McCaffrey, 6 receptions for 56 yards. Kendrick Bourne, we have a Sunday night. Jameson Williams, we talked about 3.6 for 53. Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions, 44 yards. Yeah, just not a lot. Tez Johnson, 3 receptions for 43 yards. That's still one of the funniest moments of him thinking everybody was chanting MVP for him when they were chanting for Baker. But yeah, so again, those are the props. Let me run through this because I'm starting to feel ill again, to be full disclosure. I don't want to yak on or be the one running out of here and coming back. And you're like, well, there's a 5-minute lull of him just yakking in the bathroom. All right, let's get to the Texans at the Seahawks. Seahawks 3. There were some 3.5s out there. Total's 41. This will be a freemium for me because I'm talking with Jay too. We were both on this, I believe, as we talked over what was it? I don't know if it was Monday show or Friday show where we were looking ahead at this. But I like the Texans plus the points. I mean, it's a perfect spot for a team they're riding high. They're coming off their bye week. You got Seattle, just went to Jacksonville, won an emotional game down there after traveling 4,000 miles. Seahawks defense is still a little banged up. We'll see if they get healthier coming into this game. But my free play is going to be on the Texans. I love them. I think they win outright. I'll gladly take them plus the points. That's going to be my play. But I think they have an excellent shot of winning outright here against Seattle. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. As I told you, I'm not feeling well. So I'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you're checking all the premium plays over at Pickdawgz.com. Lots of great handicappers. You can pair guys up. As I've said, the 3-day pass, I think, is your best bet if you're buying football plays. And we got the NBA coming up on Tuesday. So it's going to be super busy with all the different things you could look at. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another podcast. Thanks, guys. Hope you win some cash.